Hello chat, hello everyone, we are back. Yes, last we left off, we did Gebera, which means we now get to get 2 whole pieces of ego gear that we can't use from every abnormality. Right. We do have to just quickly do a day because, Chesed. But then after that, we can get going with things. Yes, hello everyone. I do not currently have access to memberships. The reason I don't have access to memberships is because YouTube is being stupid. I'm just going to make a random nugget. Because there's not much I can do about it, so... This is boring, can you go back to being a terrible parent? I was being a great parent, thank you. Why is Argalia playing Limbus Company? Huh? Oh, I just realized, hold on. There we are. Ta-da! Is that right? Is that... Yep, okay, cool. Argalia is playing... How is Argalia playing Steam? How do you play Steam? I don't think that's something you can play. Name him James. Sure, we will have James. Welcome to the facility, James. I have no idea how to make hair brown. That's kind of brown. There we are, that's actually brown hair, wow. Right. James, you need to go here. So now... You just thought you can also play Steam. Incredible. So these are all safe now. It's literally just here and here that can melt down now, which is good. Dawn of Violet, Noon of Indigo, Dusk of Crimson. I'm literally just getting through this day, so I don't have to care. Great. Yes, well, welcome back, everyone. It's been a while. It'll take me a little bit to get back into the swing of things, but hopefully I can kind of remember how to play. Yes, I went on holiday, which is, I mean, if you've kept an eye on the channel, you'll know that's the reason why I haven't streamed in a while. Well, as in before that, and then we've done some Fear and Hunger streams. So this is back with Project Moon stuff. Because, yes, I'm stuck in this niche and I cannot get out. Please, somebody help me. It should go well. Hopefully. Not sure. Viewership duplication glitch? So true. It may as well be, considering how different the figures are. Not what I meant to click, but okay. We need a chimney sweeping stream. How would I sweep a chimney? Where would I sweep a chimney? Like, do you guys just have chimneys on hand to sweep? Because I have to say, it's not something I really have. Unless you want me to go out, like, find a chimney to sweep? Like... Yeah. Thank you, sir. You know, it's a little bit worrying right now. I'm not sure why, but for some reason the stream is doing worse than Fear and Hunger was. Which is worrying. If YouTube has not only killed my monetization, they've also killed my channel. That would be a fun problem to deal with. Okay, this is going to be problematic. Not being present much at all. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No, 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 no. You lot go here. You lot. I should probably just red shield this guy. Like, if I red shield there, we should be fine. Red shield here. I don't get why they keep walking forwards, but that's really annoying to have to deal with. Stop changing who you're targeting. What is this? Okay, just execution bullet then at this point. You've got to be kidding me, really? Okay, there we are. They're all shielded now. Right. When am I going to put the fries in the bag? Huh? That's not really what we do here, I'm afraid. Not many fries. Yeah, this is surprising. Is this like a bad time for stream? No, this is like a normal time for stream. Like, have I picked an off day? Is everyone busy with something? I don't know. I don't know. And like, I can't complain, obviously, people here is great, but like, I stopped doing Fear and Hunger because I was thinking, oh, people want some, like, actual, you know, whatchamacallit, people want some LobCorp. But it's an MD day? Do people, like, devote their full attention to MD? Is that something that happens? If anything, I'd expect, like, MD to be a day for people to not, or to watch more. Is this Eagles? This is Eagles, yep. That's, I mean, it doesn't need to explode. I can just go down here, but let's go bully Forsaken Murderer for a bit. Actually, you. Never mind then. Oh no, Parasite Tree did the thing it does where it breaches, which it does always. Thank you. Yeah, it did that thing where it complains at me. AKA business as usual. Happy National Where is My Monetization YouTube Day and chocolate fondue. Incredible. I would grab the email to put on stream if it wasn't for the fact that it has like a ton of personal information on. Because in the, I'll read it out on my second monitor. Because it was actually, hold on, let me grab it. This is, because it's funny to me the amount of, hello, name. I hope you're doing okay. We want to take a moment to acknowledge your concern and assure you our team is actively working on the issue. We understand the importance of addressing your query promptly and thoroughly. Please rest assured that we are currently in the process of investigating the matter. Our team is meticulously examining all aspects to ensure a comprehensive understanding of the situation. While this process might take some time, we want to assure that we're dedicated to providing you with a resolution as soon as possible. Once we've completed our investigation and have concrete results to share, we'll reach out to you immediately. Your satisfaction is of utmost importance to us, and we're committed to keeping you informed every step of the way. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Like, the amount of different ways I've been told, don't worry, we're working on it. Don't worry, we're working on it. Just, yeah. Absurd. Also, hold on. Like, is YouTube lying to me? Are there only 12 people? Okay, hold on. Let's do a register. Could everybody who's here say aye, please? Because I need to check if YouTube's lying to me or not. Because either YouTube's lying to me, again, and yeah, or there's 8 viewers currently watching the stream. Okay, we've got 3 people so far, 4 people so far, 5 people so far. 6 people so far, 7 people so far, 8 people so far, 9 people so far, 10 people so far, 11. That's a bit more than 8, yeah. It jumped up to 17 the minute I started taking roll call. Okay, YouTube. First they don't pay me, then they start gaslighting me. I didn't know I had to actually run my own diagnostics on how many people were watching the stream, but thank you, YouTube. Just based on talking versus lurking? I don't think so, because it's told me I have, like 100 or more, 200 people for Ruiner streams, when there was only, like, 12 people active talking in chat, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Still, that's, like, worryingly low, actually. Considering... Yeah. Streams used to get, like, 100. Well, I don't... People enjoy Babel a lot more than management helps them. No, like even before LobCorp got more viewers. Like, this is the point where a non-Project Moon game is somehow getting more attention, which is... It's what I want, but it's going in the wrong direction. I didn't want the Project Moon games to do worse. I just wanted the other games to do better. That's... Is YouTube pushing me less hard because I'm not monetized? Is that it? I hope not. Because, I mean, at that point, I may as well just stream, like, only the games I want to stream if it's not going to do well regardless. Well, that's awfully demotivating. Oh, well, nothing I can do about it. Let's just stream his background noise? Thank you. I've been told I make for good background noise. The last thing I should do if I want people to pay attention to the stream is start complaining, so I won't do that. So how's it going? Worse than usual. For some reason. Not like gameplay-wise, but like YouTube keeps making my life hell. You found the stream randomly? Okay, that's good then. Although that raised the question. What is going on? I don't understand. Because, like, that was my one and only idea of what could possibly be going on, but the stream is currently sitting at 15 viewers. Whereas even by now, Fear and Hunger was sitting at 40. Well, probably close to 30, but... I mean, like, yeah, no, it's strange. Like, I guess it could be... But then why did the Fear and Hunger streams do so well? Or at least comparatively well compared to this. I don't know. I don't know. I just wish it would stop Stop going wrong. I was happy. Please stop making me not happy. That's not fun. Yep. Uh-huh. Great. Cool. Fear and hunger is loved a lot. You're not getting the point here, which is that it's not a case of fear and hunger doing well. Fear and hunger is not doing well. It's getting 40 people when I used to average 200. The problem is LobCorp is doing badly. That's the issue. That's the problem here. And I don't know why. I wish I did. It would make my life far better. LobCorp is more like a okay. I need to spell this out to you. In the past 100 or so LobCorp streams I've done, LobCorp has hit over 100 viewers. And now we are sitting at 20. It doesn't take a degree in maths to see why I'm concerned here. It's got nothing to do with fear and... Well, it does have part to do with fear and hunger, because fear and hunger is still doing well, which is why I'm confused, but... People being busy with IRL stuff? All 80 people who usually watch the streams? I mean, like, this is the time I usually stream at. I can understand people leaving now because of all the complaining I'm doing, but, like, other than that, I'm not sure. YouTube did a fucky wucky, yeah? That is always a possibility. I'm just gonna hope I get the energy required to leave before any of that becomes my problem. Viewership is slowly rising? That's true. Great. How did your prudence go down? What? Okay. Sure. Okay. Wow, those are all shit. No. God, no. Could only kill with bullets. I kinda have to take it. Is it worth getting the extraction team at this point? No, I will just be resetting after this anyway. I mean, we're not keeping it for long. We are keeping it for literally 1 day. As in, like now. Emeralds. Because yes, we are now doing this. So, Sans Gaming, CPT, Ace Dust, you have 4554, 55544, let's keep you in reserve, 5554, better than them. Okay. That's that. Great. This is terrifying. This is terrifying. This is actually very terrifying. Let's also trigger Abno's ordeal. Step over it? It does, yeah. Also, by the way, bitrate destroyer for the stream today. I'm sorry. Nothing I can do about that. That's just how Chesed be. He just doesn't like your bitrate. Yeah, my records team for today is this. Is my welfare team. We're gonna ignore these guys. So we just need to meet quota, get to 8. I need to somewhat care about how I'm proceeding here. Audio jungle. Yeah. The return. Let's just quickly kill all the people in the side departments, because that's an easy first task. Sorry I'm late, how's the stream going? Don't worry about it. The stream is, I mean, slowly but surely the viewership is going better, but still somehow Fear and Hunger was doing better. I don't know how. Maybe people will be enamored by the Chesed gameplay. But still, not sure. Maybe I should go back to doing the solo challenge. If I go back to doing the solo challenge, you reckon viewership will go back up? Yeah, it's a round and round we go. Come on, chat. Time to go again. I do honestly want to try beating every game in one go. Like, just like a flat speed run through. But I've got the Babel review at the moment, but once that's done, I've finished writing that now, so I can start recording. And then, yeah. Lack of blorbos. What? I'm sorry, I'm not Tumblr-brained enough to know what you mean by that. Spiff Marathon Project Moon. No! How do you know that's what I got inspired by? How do you know that's... No. You can't... Stop that. Zeol is dead. The Zeol is dead. Where? Why? How? Who? No, I mean, I know who Zeol is, but like, where? You died on the last work, did you? Fuck's sake. He got hit once. Yeah, okay. Black damage is, a little bit frightening. Presumably, it combos with, yeah, okay. Right. Hate? I could go back to hate. Hate would be interesting. I was meaning to do more hate, but I should do it. Times 6 damage? I suddenly see why you exploded. Okay, we're just staying away from anyone who deals black damage. What if you do something with Fear and Hunger? That is also in the books. I need to figure out what I want to do, but that something with Fear and Hunger is in the books as well. And then In Stars and Time. In Stars and Time is also in the book. White damage. That's, you 3. Meat Lantern is a... okay, Ace Dust, I trust you. Time will tell if Ace Dust should be trusted. You're just damage, right? Yeah, okay, I can work with you. Library Arena world record speedrun for true ending is 6.5 hours? Really? That feels really long. What's hate again? Hardcore true... Oh, it's... I wrote it down. The acronym is... It's hardcore true ending... Nuzzle. Or... Hold on. Let me check what the... They don't have no grind. Ah, okay. Hold on. Hate stands for... Hardcore Iron Man True Ending, yeah. Which... I don't know where the I goes and where the A comes from, but, like... Sure. Beat the world record for Ruiner? I could do. Honestly, learning how to do Ruiner speedrunning would be interesting. That'd make for a good collab video challenging another Project Moon tuber to speedrun. How? Where? No, sorry, hold on. Where are you? There. Let's just... I mean, I've got no reason to ever walk there, and there's no more people in this department. You can just sit there. Next to 11th room? Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm assuming. Yeah. Sounds scary. Spiff also did some speedrun stuff in the past? Yeah, he did. He used to be he's quite heavy in the speedrun community. He was a Poppy Playtime streamer before it blew up. Poppy Playtime speedrunner before that blew up for him. He was also, from memory, a Little Nightmares speedrunner? He's just done a lot of speedrunning stuff, really. He speedrun that, he speedrun... Honestly, he speedruns most games he enjoys. Which is interesting, I could try it out. Do we perhaps have nothing there? Thank God, no we don't. We do have Army in Black. All roads lead to Spiff references? Truly. Look, if I just keep emulating Spiff, I will eventually blow up. That's how that works, right? Like, if it worked for him, it will work for me eventually. This is just the mentality we have to take here, chat. I need a new Poppy Playtime. I just need a random internet game to blow up and rocket me to Skada. That's like the dream. You know? That is the dream. The only thing I know is there's now there's a little bit of a gap in weird run or Snowgrave runs for obvious reasons. Obvious reasons. Yes, 262 pages of reasons, in fact. Yeah, yeah, you get it. Spiff Rhine. I don't want to be Spiff Rhine. No, we're not gonna be doing that. Like, okay. I hope to at least not just be a cheap carbon copy, but... Coots waits for Archive to boom so you can grift and pretend Archived is good. Archived is not good. There is no world in which I could even manage to pretend it's good. The Spiff in Brit! Wrong Spiff, but I like the idea. 262 pages, that would be Shay. Shay, famed former Undertale YouTuber. Yeah, okay, whoa. No, that's alright, I didn't want to see my screen either. What is it? Pure and black. That's really annoying, actually. Could you not do that damage? Let's just see if we explode here. This is, like, an important thing to take into consideration. I'd enjoy Rub and Steel hard difficulty. It's really fun. Church Mouse is hell. I don't understand why the mice are that evil. What topic did you just join into? Talking about Shay. Yeah, okay, that's too much damage. Oh, they were working with the Frey when the damage type switched over. Not much I can do about that, I'm afraid. Okay. This is a reset. Okay. Isn't damage tripled? Yes, damage is tripled, and then consider the fact that also we have this. So it's a little, you know, it's a casual 6 times multiplied damage. That's a little bit more damage than we can take. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Coops, you're a southerner. I am from southern Britain, yeah. Well, like, technically I'm a massive southerner because I'm from Australia, but in England, yes, I am down south. What's the strat for Red Mist? I can't, That demonstrates my point. Yeah. There you are. You weren't here for that. You missed a fun stream. The wiki says it's ×5. Oh, God. Was it just shelter strat? No. No, it was far funnier than that. In true me fashion, it was not just shelter cheese. Yeah, she got green midnighted. That is what did her in. What ordeals did I have? I don't really care. Dusk of Amber's fine. Noon of Indigo's annoying, but provided I don't have black times damage, is fine. It was advanced shelter cheese. So advanced it involved getting everyone else on the field killed and doing Minesweeper until it finally took her out. Very advanced. How do you see the ordeals? I have a mod. I got a mod because otherwise it would be a game of waiting through the days over and over again until I would eventually get the right things. Yeah. It was just something we agreed on. It's the same equivalent as, like, no grind. It's just to stop us having to reset the days over and over again. Like, I will only reset if I see a purple midnight. It's just to stop, like, having to get to a purple midnight, seeing we've got a purple midnight and dying. That's it. That is the sole reason we have it. What on earth? The red minute, yeah. Why? Lock in. Okay. Yeah, we installed it just to save time, because we needed to do a midnight, and also it would have been hellish otherwise. Shouldn't open DMs on stream. Good idea! Unfortunately, I don't really have another way to check them, because once again, LobCorp is awful. You're lucky I'm somewhat hinged. I was banking on you being somewhat hinged, yes. Wow, it's hit 2? Has it hit 2? Who's it hit otherwise? Oh, you. Ah, that's fine. I can kill you later. Honestly, I'm just gonna... It's purple midnight. I'm just gonna take the hit from Army in Black. I really don't care. Like, they don't steal any of my energy. I can just take the hit. Hello, I am the unhinged one. Go away! Why have I've been pinged on Discord? Why have I been pinged on Discord? This is an important question that I won't be answering. Honestly, we can just chip it in with Onsen. Like, this could just be Onsen Simulator. Like, we all just hide in this corridor and work with Onsen until the day ends, but, like, that would be boring, so... And I mean, I was complaining literally just before about my viewership being low. I don't need to self-sabotage. 3. Ah. I'm free from weekly MD. Incredible. 10x speed mod? I'm not installing speed mods. I will install things to make me faster, but I'm not changing the speed because that would actually affect the strategy I use in the game, which is not something I want to do. She won on my Scintillate 100 deeds. Sealer, you're the reason why we can't have nice things. Play random games. I could get Rabbit and Steel up. We could just play Rabbit and Steel whilst we work with one sin forever. Maybe. If Chesed decides he actually just hates my guts and keeps giving me bad things, we can do that. This is something I want to avoid because if any of them die, the sanity damage will just kill everyone. Like, that's something to be avoided. Can you read minds like James? If I could, why would I tell you? Just about to boot up Rabbit and Steel. Incredible. Who died? Who breached? What? What? Nobody died. Why are you shouting at me? Huh? Oh. Somebody died up here and they all went mad. Okay, that's what happened. Wow, that's just almost the entire upper floor. Is that something I can come back from? For now, yes. Yeah, you come up here, kill them. How are you doing, Army Black? Army Black is still fine. Jesus Christ, okay. That was as close to what a parry would be in LobCorp as I can possibly think of. Wow. Are you gonna memory rip off the suppression? Yes. Yes, I very much am. Great. Anyway, you keep working with one sin, because that's annoying. Do you think base librarian is equal to base LobCorp? Employee no ego? God, no. Not a chance. This game is so much easier to do without things than, Ruiner. Ruiner is not a fun experience to do key pageless. Does Memory Ripper let you keep your suppression revive lost agents? Yes, yes it does. Let's get Forsaken out, because I can kill him for... yeah. But yeah, key pageless is hell. Like, it's a hell that I tried and gave up on. That should tell you how bad it is. If it's bad enough for me to consider it a lost cause, it's not good. Forsaken. Why is he... why this guy in particular? Damn it. That's really annoying. Okay, James, you're actually on sitting over here duty to stop a massive outbreak of things. Is keep pageless even possible? I don't know. I don't know. I know somebody's gotten up to, whatchamacallit, realizations with them, but I have not seen anyone get further. I have no idea. Is Red Mist Strat just putting someone in a shelter? No. We've also already done it. It was Green Midnight, if you're curious. Yeah, it was Green Midnight. Green Midnight and Minesweeper was the strategy we settled on. What damage type are you? White. No, not a chance. You're also white. Did not realize you could equip pages whilst playing. That's awful. Also, you're doing Chesed realization was a while ago. Yeah, that's fair. Let's just chip it in with these guys. Got to Zwei? Chesed realization is a little bit. Oh wait, as in your friend. Okay, yeah, that checks out. We just kind of have to see how things fall, because if it's like a white damage Clouded Monk is breaching. There's literally nothing I can do about that. That's just it's how it goes. Yeah, really, it's just like these two that I can do, and I'm hoping it doesn't hit white damage. That is it. That is the strategy. Meat Lantern is fine. What I'm really hoping is it doesn't hit white damage, because seemingly basically everyone in my facility has white damage. Red, black, Parasite Tree, I'm taking the hit on because I can't reliably work with you. Unless I get, like, Ace Dust? Can you... Which one of these is the most reliable here? Which one is these is best? You always thought Ruin a scale more with bookshelf pages over key pages? Trust me. You need good key pages, or else no. Your health values and lack of resistance just it makes you explode if you don't have good key pages. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then Meat Lantern is CBT. Meat Lantern is CBT, words to live by. You are red damage. Yes, so we take the chance to work with white damage whilst we can. Purple Noon, we are just taking the hit on. I'm just going to go here. I'm going to hide in a corner, and I'm going to wait. That's it. Okay, Sans Gaming, are you going to die horribly? Anything about Black Soul's lore? A bit. Just a bit. Okay, Sans Gaming, you've locked in. You've locked in. Hold on, you've locked in. Sans Gaming is Sans Gaming. You are actually doing amazingly. Are you not going to drop a work here? Meat Lantern still breaches, but like, I don't know how to not do that. What is it? Oh, when the work took less than 40 seconds, I forgot about that. Where is Meat Lantern? Hold on. Is he... I love Where's Waldo. Oh, there. Okay. I've never seen that before. Yeah, right there. Okay. How much damage was that? Sorry. That's a little bit of damage. Uh-huh. That's a little... Yeah, it one taps. Yes, but also consider this. 2,500 damage! It's a little... Just a little bit of damage. Just a little bit of damage. Oh god. Right. Do not go into that. Do you think you could kill Red Mist with that easily? Are you kidding me? That clerk exploded. We have a solution to the sweepers. Yeah, no kidding. Not you. Keep shipping in work with you. Now is the point where I'm going to... Well, I don't know. When we get a bit closer, I'll run everyone there. Because I still want to keep working with Rudolph. Void Dream is now no longer an option. I have never worked with Void Dream before, and I never will. I hate Void Dream with a passion. One red shield. CBT, do you understand how overdamage works? One red shield is not protecting you. One red shield is not protecting you from that. That's a little bit too much damage. That's just a bit too much damage. Oh, cheers. Why are 4 nuggets dead? They went mad. Don't worry about it. I had to shoot them. Oh, like, Magic Bullet can kill... Yeah. Magic Bullet can kill them. I just don't care. Because I just walk them out this way, then up, and there. Overflow damage, the shield resists up to a certain point and then deals damage over that. Is, from my knowledge, how it works. Me doesn't move? Yeah, me doesn't move. Okay, now is the point where I'm going to get everyone to run... Here, you lot I want to run up here, you lot are running here, you lot are running up here. How would you mangle LobCorp into a gacha? I would make it like, does anybody know Fallout Bunker? Because if people know Fallout, you think Keypage will die sooner or later than Jai. I think it can be Philip. We've seen people get past Philip. Philip was not the death of it. Yeah, do you know Fallout Shelter? I would make it Fallout Shelter. That's how I would mangle LobCorp into a gacha game. Stop talking about Fallout Shelter, you gave me PTSD. All of you head up here. And you. Come on. Okay, and then we trigger noon and wait. I'm going to hide in this corridor here. This is where we're going to remain for the remainder of, at least until they're done. Or, actually no, we should probably hide, like, here. Because that way we can wait out to see where the, whatchamacallits are going to come. Or actually, here is better. Okay, I think that's everyone. So, if the thing spawns here, we run down. We're hoping this place is empty, or that we just dip into whatever department doesn't have a heart. If all 4 of these have hearts, we're dead. Not much I can do about that. I'm just praying it isn't the case. That's the most I can do. That's it. That's the strat. Right. Okay. Now the question is, how do I kill them? Could I... In theory, Magic Bullet. How much damage do they take from black? Injured. Can I just hide? How much black damage was that? 30. Yeah, that's a little bit above my pay grade. Okay, now that we have a black shield on, now we kill. Okay. Run away, James. What do you mean? Okay. Right, well... red damage. Which means you're off the table. That was just a little bit of damage. Uh-huh. Okay. Is that the overdamage thing? Yes. There you are! That was just a demonstration of how shields don't always keep you safe. Yeah, if you take more damage than a shield can protect you, you die. There's no ifs or buts about that. That is just what happens. Just black shield next. So true. Attack 3 times, dealing, yeah, right. If I knew that was something they could do, I would have been more not you. I would have been more careful. Lied with the purple noon cutscene, that they did, yeah, it's not possible to survive. Should have said it sooner? It would have been backseating if you said it sooner, so I'm glad you didn't. Because, I mean, as annoying as it was funny, so, like, that's all that matters, really. Almost paid a visit to Parasite Tree? Indeed. Indeed, you nearly did. Ship it in with you. Of course, it's Parasite Tree. You did so well last time. Black damage, okay. Didn't believe in the power of Black Shield? Ah, of course. That'll do it. I always get tripped up on that one, not believing hard enough. It's like in every pantomime when they ask you to believe that Tinkerbell's real to bring her back. Also, wow, CBT, you... Not CBT, sorry, Sans Gaming, you locked in, holy. Use Mouth Faust. I'm sure this will go splendidly. I'm sure it will too. Yeah, fuck you. Oh, I can't shoot somebody in that. I had no reason to do that. That was a spite. How's Chesed going? Chesed's going well, ignoring the mass insta-kill we just suffered. Other than that, though, perfectly fine. Another day, another challenge, indeed. I'm gonna wait to see if they get trapped on this one, because it'd be really awkward for it to become white damage and trap them otherwise. What does Chesed's core suppression even do? I am honestly not sure. Two solo run. I could do that actually. That would be funny. Oh, you meant like mechanically. I thought you meant like what does it reward you with? Because what it rewards you with is a nebulous question. Good bullet value. Whoa, that was good bullet value. Okay. We just killed 5 clowns and a few ordeals too. Army in Black was not happy with that maneuver. Pretty sure the reward is nothing because it's bugged. Incredible. And they die. Yeah, that's sadly how that goes. Who's left? Lock the fuck in! Okay, hold on, the clerks have it covered. You know what? For your amazing work, you lot get to survive. Because that just... Okay. Yeah, right. Cool. Dawn of Amber is annoying, but doable. Noon of Green is annoying, but doable. Dusk of Amber, I can just ignore. It's white damage. Okay. Let's send all of you here, and then, yeah. Thankfully, we're getting very good at knowing what abnormalities are safe to work with. How do I work with you? Okay, so I just avoid bad work. I can just keep getting good works and then they're free to work with, I'm hoping. Because I would like another free thing to work with. Zane can insta-kill, of course, yeah. Naturally. What kind of facility would we be in if they couldn't? There are a ton of abnormalities I just don't work with out of sheer fear. Like, Teddy Bear... Like, it's just not worth it with how long the days go on for to be messing around like that. I don't need to give the insta-kill things the time of day. What if Kanto 1 got a bot gap to rebalance and perhaps up type 5? I don't want to see up type 5 ever because... Think of the amount of resources it would require. Like, is it worth it? No. Okay, we now roll the dice on, Well, this is gonna end up. Also black damage, which means I basically just get a free pass to work with whoever I like now. Yeah, we do have Nailef. We do have Army in Black, which is just about probably one of the worst you can get. But, yeah. Make sure it's work time under 40. I have nobody in my facility that can do that. It's less so a question of can I stop it breaching and more so a question of how do I deal with where it breaches to. Okay, I didn't spot it on my preliminary. It's there. That's awful but bearable. Also, 5 times damage, by the way. You can tell now because that dealt 500. No running through here. That's something I can put up with. It's not worth bulleting, in my opinion. I just have to be especially careful if I'm running. I run this way. Chesed increases the damage of a specific damage type. I didn't know it would be that quick. Oh fuck, red and white is everyone. Run. Just run. That's not worth dealing with. We're gonna have an army in Black Breach. Everyone run to this department and we just start praying. Oh shit, you lot run to this elevator and start praying. You lot run to this elevator and start praying. And we'll see what happens, because there's no way I can handle this otherwise. That is so much damage. And that's army in black. Okay, this department is safe, is it? This department down here is safe. This department is not safe. All of you lot run into here. So what aren't the safe departments? This department isn't safe. You can run into here. This department is safe. Okay. Okay. You need to run like hell. Is the only way I can describe what you need to do, because if you don't make it out of this department in time, you're dead. Okay, they made it out. Yeah, okay. Great. Okay. This department is not safe. Okay. Once everyone is out, I can start thinking about how I'm going to deal with cleanup. Is it just a get into a safe corner of the map and wait for, Meat Lantern to clean it up situation? Maybe. That might just be what we have to do. We might just sit here and wait. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. You two are piss easy to deal with, though. I would like it if you lot were all in the same place here. And I'd like it if you all got into the same elevator here. Okay. Okay, I think everything's fine. Okay, I'm gonna have you lot run across to here. I'd like them all in one place so I can keep a better eye on them. These guys are just down here. They're fine. I'm sure they'll do fine. I can't get them out, so yeah, c'est la vie. I'm gonna actually put them in the main department because I don't trust that this doesn't count as Chesed's department. There's a non-zero chance that that's Chesed's department, so that's not something I'm dealing with. Okay. Sound of things being fine. Everything is fine. I mean, technically, if I really wanted to, I can charge up the American, and that's, like... That's the winning strat. I could charge it up with... I need somebody who only deals black damage. Charge it up with Parasite Tree? That feels like a... Why the fuck did you trigger? Just for the hell of it? Oh, I'm in black. Makes sense. You only deal black damage, so you are about to get utterly murdered by stepping in here. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so the only remaining thing in the facility that I don't like the look of is Clouded Monk. Other than Clouded Monk, we're fine now. I mean, and the worms, but like the worms aren't going away. There's nothing I can do about that. All I have to do is pray. Because there's no way I can kill them other than like, I mean, if I take shots where I can, like this. That'll slowly clear out the facility, but also my energy is so low. Clouded Monk do? Clouded Monk deals a lot of damage. Not somebody I want to deal with. Who can I actually work with here other than like you? I mean, I can work with the Fray. Can I work with Parasite Tree? If Parasite Tree does white damage, no. Me and black is a terrible idea. It really is just you. And the old lady deals white damage. You deal black damage? You deal black damage, but then I would be committing somebody to that, which is not a good idea. Okay. How are we going to deal with Clouded Monk? Like, I could just... But that feels like a waste. Is the stream good for your standards now, Coops? No. Like, I'm happy that it's doing better than it was at the start, but this is still abysmal compared to where it was before. But, like, I'm just going to blame YouTube at this point. Okay. There we are. Fucking greedy. CBT, you understand I used to average 200 viewers. That's 4 times as much as it is now. Like... Can Monk step on the lantern? Probably. We could give it a wait and see if it does. Your greed is evil. What? Okay, and then you lot, step up here. Personally step all night to catch the stream because time zones. Well, I'm happy you're here. Honestly, I am happy to see that, like, I don't want to be ungrateful. I don't want to appear to be ungrateful, because I am very grateful with all the people that watch the stream. It's just, I can't help but feel YouTube is fucking me somehow. Is Monk just, like, pacing back and forth there? Yes, okay, sure. Because YouTube is fucking you a bit, yeah. Sometimes the simplest explanation is the best one. Schadenfreude, you're red damage, so no. Queen bee is red damage. You are white damage. Monk is working on his cardio, so true. How are you alive? There are people here still somehow, huh? Can you kite the monk with a nugget? It has a charge attack. No. Yes, then after this we have Noon of Green, which, if it's on black or red damage, yeah. Can you play Twisted Garden? This is still custom music, so I do kind of want to listen to it still. Let's get these guys up. No, actually, they're here because I want to be able to deal with these on their eyes. I mean, the way YouTube is randomly denying my monetization for no reason, and is somehow failing to get it back online again, honestly, at this point, yeah, they might hate me. Also, really? In the, like, 10 seconds it took me to look away. Did you deal with Lantern? I don't... Lantern's still here. Are they really just stuck in disciplinary? Huh. Okay. I hate Parasite Tree. Worst Abno, and I'm... Like, it's horrid that I was forced to pick it up. There's really no one else I can work with at this point. Red and white is just lethal. Because it's like, the Fray. The Fray is it. And I mean, I can send somebody from Welfare to go work with... Records, I should say, not Welfare, because this is Welfare and a, like, fake mustache. Right, if I let Defray finish work up, no, I mean, yeah, sure. I'm not actually sure what can melt down. Can Chesed melt down? I don't think it can. Which makes it literally just them, which at that point we have base stuffs down here to work on it for us. Yeah, hello Coop Keller. It's been 10 years. I don't think it's been 10 years. Like, it's been a while, sure. So, I mean, yeah, what should we talk about, chat? What should we talk about? My day thus far has been... I mean, it's not, like, it wasn't bad, it's just not much has happened, honestly. Which is good. A bit of a nothing day is better than a lot of bad stuff day. That's not a saying by anyone, that's just, I'm just saying that. What are we on? White damage. You're melting down. Nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. Not my department. Fair to beat Raven Steel hard mode? No. What Raven Steel character do you play? I play Heavy Blade? Is Heavy Blade what they're called? No news is good news. Yep, that's the saying. Yeah, Heavy Blade, or whatever they're called, is my most played character. I quite like them. Yeah, what I've been doing recently? I don't think of what YouTube videos. I honestly haven't been watching very many YouTube videos at the moment, because I've been, getting back into like an incremental game called Your Chronicle. That's quite fun, actually. I've been enjoying that. So that's honestly been taking up most of my time in, gaming stuff. We need to discuss the ethics of undead labor. What? Your Chronicle is on beta? It's a good game! It's a good game. It can be a little bit slow at times, but I enjoy it. I'm currently just stuck at the point where I don't want to have to do the same runs over and over again to get better stats, because I want to explore more. But the damage I need to deal is ludicrous. But yeah. Still, otherwise, what have I been doing otherwise? I mean, yeah, I was in Barcelona over the weekend. That was fun. It's because it was just my mother's birthday. And just for some reason went, yeah, okay, cool. Barcelona. And so I went with them. That was fun. Ate a lot of food. Drank a lot of alcohol. As you do. Went in Barcelona and all. But yeah. Other than that, not much. Hello, Inquisitor. Welcome to the stream. What else can we talk about? What's Chesed's core suppression about? Okay, so Chesed's core suppression about is basically he at random picks some of these damage things to increase, and then they deal like 5 times more damage, which is hellish amounts. But yeah, you know who else is doing love kills? My mom. It's my mom, right? That's the joke, not my mother. I felt like I said. I'm calling you out here, Sealy. Get the joke right. Come on. Cooked very. That's why it's a little bit of a cautious one for us. Is this only Chesed suppression? Yes, this is only Chesed suppression here. Because we've done Gebero, we've done Tifrith, we've got Chesed, Hokma, we haven't done the missions for Nibina. Okay. Now. Do they do red damage or black damage? I can't remember. Honestly, it might be worth we can change everything. Once we reach 8, it might just be a throw nuggets into the we can change anything machine until we get enough energy to win. Hold on, does this increment the Clypath counter when somebody goes in? Because if so, that could be a way to bump things up. Let's go here and wait. They go up or down? Okay. We then go here. Where'd they go? Please don't tell me they walked into the abyss. Oh, I have been playing Final Fantasy XIV. It is a very slow start. It is a very slow start. But I've been told good things about it. Still, one of the main problems I have with it, though, is just the music makes me want to go play Rabbit and Steel. which is a bit of a problem of trying to get past a slow start when the OST makes me want to go play something else. Why is it called Final Fantasy XIV when the fantasy was final 13 times before? There's a lot of finals. I will say the game gets slower. Hopefully the bosses at least pose challenges later. Because the problem is currently, like, I was expecting big things with the Golem. Because I was like, with the Treant? Is it Treant or Treant? Treant? I think Treant makes sense. Yeah. I was expecting a little bit of difficult. Oh, I wasn't expecting much. I'd been told it was a start, and it was just like hit it until it dies, which is fine. Hit it until it dies is basically all that Lobcorp boss gameplay is, but like sometimes you do dodging. And then we got to the Golem, and I'm like, okay, this is a solo fight. Surely it's going to be interesting. And when I saw, like, I was pretty overleveled, so I was like, okay, well. So Final Fantasy XIV has this interesting thing where if you're over-leveled for a bit of content, you actually have to lower your level to do it, which I find quite interesting. It's a way that you can actually balance an MMO around having, like, leveling systems while still allowing players to, do content at their own pace, which is cool. I like that. The problem was, even at the lowered level, I just chunked the boss. And yeah, that was that. It's like handicapping yourself. Yeah, kind of. But instead of... you're not really handicapping yourself so much as playing it with the intended amount of difficulty. Also, it's greater players to help newer players. Yeah, no, it's really cool, actually. It's a really well-designed system to allow for new players helping old players, but we're not risking that. That is red damage, at least, which is not something that's multiplied, but it's still not something I want to risk. I'm fine with waiting a while if it means we're safe. But yeah, I've honestly... Once again, I say, Project Moon, please. Please, give me an MMORPG. Please, I will devote my entire life to the Project Moon MMORPG. Like, instantly. Within an instant, my feelings of being a Project Moon YouTuber would go from, how do I get out of this niche, to, hell yeah, an MMORPG. Think of the challenge runs you can do. I would do a tile man. Absolutely. I don't even care if it doesn't have a tile system. I would put a tile system in to do a tile man. Because that would be cool. Just anything but Limbus Company, please, Project Moon. Run away. Archived is now official. No, 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 you can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. That would be the worst ending. Archived becomes the actual official MMO game. That's just stuck like that now. Brilliant. Monthly subscription-based system with a bunch of pay-to-win features? No. It's actually just... Limbus Company just becomes an MMORPG. It's still a gacha, but you have to pay a subscription now. That would be horrible. As soon as, like, I saw people saying, KGH said, oh yeah, they're just gonna tack other games onto Limbus Company, my heart dropped. Holy, that is loud! Anyway, yeah. Yeah, as soon as they said they're just gonna add extra stuff onto Limbus Company, it's like, no. No, you can't do this to me. You can't do this to me, Project Moon! Please, I just want anything but Limbus Company. Like, please, Project Moon, I'm begging you. Anything but fucking Limbus Company. Yeah, once upon a time I was happy to see the whole, like, 10 years of Limbus Company thing, but, like, now I'm very much the opposite. It's like, my mentality is now, oh god, we've got 10 more years of this shit. As random bullshit he thinks of it. I find it very funny that his own designers were posting, like, a hangman image. Like... That's worrying when your designers are responding to your here's a mechanic I'd like to implement with a I'm going to kill myself emote. Hello, Piggy, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to branch out. That's the goal. Launcher would be kind of fine with it, as long as Lunacy and Encapsulin doesn't become shared across all games, and the launcher would be fine. It's gonna be like that way, isn't it? The only reason I play... Hold on, I need to actually get that one off. Project Moon, please, why is your game like this? Hold on. Let me move this... I can't move that across. Okay, this is fine. It's the hot people like the new Gregor ID. Incredible, Argalia. Incredible. Not that button. I am the only person... Hold on. Move this over. The only person who actually likes Limbus Company, I swear to Christ. Yep. Nobody else does. I mean, I'm sure there's the odd insane person that likes it, but still. Like, if they make an extraction shooter, which would be amazing, but the cost of players in Keflin modules and your cosmetic is the IDs you pull, I'm going to kill myself. That's firebomb worthy? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I responded to that like I was replying to multiple messages. It was one message that I read in a weird way. Yeah, I would love an extraction shooter. If they make an extraction shooter use the same resources that Limbus is using, I'm done. That's it. No more Coupon 4 videos. That's it. We're leaving. I will just become an indie horror game YouTuber. I don't care what the YouTube algorithm does to me at that point. We're out. We're gone. I would prefer to play Archived. Okay. Deep broken YouTuber if that happens? Yeah. That's it. That's it. That's the end of the line there. Become a Toho YouTuber. Are there Toho YouTubers? Do they exist? I don't think I've ever seen a Toho YouTuber. Emoji because the main currency is lunacy and you level up through tickets? No. No, 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 no. Now presenting Coupon 5, yeah. You would see Coupon 5. Coupon 5, but I, like, do... I mean, I could do max modes. Like, I would have to get a little bit of practice in, but I could do FNAF max modes. That could be something. Most Toho YouTubers I see aren't Toho YouTubers. They're just, like, other YouTubers who also like Toho. Like, every Calamity YouTuber I've seen is a Toho fan. It's just they don't actually do Toho content because it doesn't do well. That's really annoying. You... Wow, okay. Astral Coops, yeah. One day. One day. Wonder what happens to Coops on 1, 2, and 3? I forgot the passwords. Unironically, I forgot the passwords. That's the real... It was Coops Bomb. Then I forgot the password, and then I did Coops Bomb 2, and then I forgot the password to Coops Bomb 2, and then I did Coops Bomb 3, and then I forgot the password to Coops Bomb 3, and then I did Coops Bomb 4, and then I forgot the password. Grown-ass man. No, I was a child when I did that. Like, hold on. They were my old Roblox accounts. You can actually find... Hold on. Roblox. Just to quickly bring this close. If you look up... Coops it should have all 4. Yeah. Coops 1, Coops 1 2, Coops 1 3, Coops 1 4. This is all the different ones. When did I make this? I must have made this a very long time ago. Yeah. No, that's when I first made that. And then you can see, so 2015 was this Coops one. And then I forgot my password a year later. And then, so that's 2016. And then when did I forget my password for this one? I forgot it a year later again. And then, when did I forget the password to that one? It didn't even last a year, I don't think. 2017, when was the last one? 9/07, 2017. 07. It took a month. It took a month for me to forget Goosebumps 3. There's some cursed world where I actually just never forgot that one. and I'm Goosebumps 3 instead of Goosebumps 4, but no, I forgot that one in a month. Oh. But yeah, no, that's why I'm Goosebumps 4. Because I kept forgetting my passwords. That's the reason why. I only found a notebook in 2017, yeah. I just have to have a bunch of sticky notes with all my passwords down everywhere. If you stop streaming and uploading videos, we know where to find you. Yeah, look for Cootswarm5. I'll have forgotten my password. If ever my upload schedules die out, I've just moved on to Cootswarm5. Like Limbus, you'll become Cootswarm L. Incredible. Oh, what, like 50? The Cootswarm was in a lineage of insane people, like a title. Yeah, Cootswarm is an ideal, not a person. You can't kill off Cootswarm. No, it's just one very forgetful guy. Make a new account every year. That's how I can make sure the fans are the people who actually like me. Whoever follows along. It says gullible on the ceiling. It actually once, like, when in, like, my primary school, somebody had genuinely written gullible on the ceiling, which was hilarious because you couldn't convince anyone that it actually said gullible on the ceiling, because it's like, it says gullible on the ceiling. No, it doesn't. You just, you know, pull him a leg. No, genuinely, it says gullible on the ceiling. It's a far funnier prank than there not being gullible on the ceiling. Because trying to convince other people that gullible is actually written on the ceiling is an impossible task. There we are. There we are. Okay, they're still over there, living their best life. Let's run over here. I think they're the only one left. Oh no, there's one up there. Oh yes, the two that were chasing me. Yeah, no, you're right. Oh, and one there. Okay. Remember Lantern. Yes. Funniest swing ever. Okay, now we run. Meat Lantern jumps. Imagine I ran through it all and just everyone exploded. I would cry. The stream would end instantly. Like, when Coops Bomb 0? That should be my alternate account. When I get big and just want to post things I like, it'll be Coops Bomb 0. Yeah, no, well, I would like to get out of the Project Moon niche. Because as much as I like being here and I like Project Moon YouTubers, I think, why are you guys all frozen? Like, I like the very few collabs and talking to people I've done. I don't talk to people very much, and people don't really approach me for collabs. It's almost like I'm an insane guy or something. Yeah, to nobody's surprise, the solo challenge doesn't exactly inspire sane-minded individuals to want to actually, you know, make videos with me. It's a real shocker, honestly. I'm not. It's premium content. Okay. Right, now let's not make the mistake of running through here. You have an explosive temperament. Crazy, surely if you approach them with colorways and torturous challenge, I'll say yes out of fear for their lives. Honestly, like, I did approach Frey, and Frey said basically that they're focusing on Limbus Company, which is totally fair. The only thing is I don't like Limbus Company, so I didn't really have any challenge on ideas at the time. I do have that one making it like bilateral multiplayer idea that I could ask about, but still. When will you do bingo again? Kamui is branching out at the moment, so not focusing on Project Moon stuff very much. If you consider doing a game show, maybe. Could do it again. I could ask, like, I'm not sure who else. The problem is a lot of the, like, bilateral multiplayer idea. So, okay, the idea, I'm assuming people know bilateral multiplayer idea? No, I'm assuming some people know bilateral multiplayer. Why did I say idea? I'm cooked. I'm assuming people know bilateral multiplayer, but for the people who don't, bilateral multiplayer is effectively ask Markiplier. No. I could ask Jacksepticeye. I know he did a Lovecourt video. Yeah, bilateral multiplayer is effectively two people are put into a bilateral run, and same seeds, shop content stuff is what happened to Project Computer Test. I need to chase Vader up about that. I will actually probably chase Vader up about that after this stream. Anyway, yeah, so the idea is that the goal is to, you're put into the same seed, and the goal is to, there's a few more things on to make sure everything that appears is the same for both players, and then the idea is you've got to try and make every, like, every boss blind is replaced instead by a PvP blind, and the idea is that you've got to make as much as possible, right? That's the goal. So the idea would be, instead of, now obviously we can't have seeds, but the idea would be to have an MD, so you could pick to ban, like, 3 IDs each, and then it would randomly select an ID for each sinner out of the non-banned IDs, which you would then have to play with, and then it would also select 5 packs. And every boss, whoever can kill the boss in the fewest number of turns wins that boss blind and doesn't lose their life. And both players have 3 lives, so the first person to lose all of their lives is eliminated and the other person wins. And that would be the idea. I quite like it. Obviously, it would be better if it could be damage-based and the like, but sadly that would require using Leith to do, and trying to convince actual serious Project Moon YouTubers who value their Limbus counts to risk it on playing a Balatro multiplayer clone with me. I feel like they probably wouldn't say yes. Yeah, that was the idea I had. And watch Einlung? I'm probably going to watch Einlung soon. I just watched the Silent Hill movie recently, though, so I'm like, my liquid cash to spend on watching movies is low at the moment. I like the Silent Hill movie. I honestly don't get the hate. Like, there are some things which are, like, there's far less combat in the actual Silent Hill games. But Jesus, okay, just said jump scare. They might die because the damage numbers got increased mid-work. I quite liked it. I thought it was cool. Why is your cash liquid? Don't worry about it. I'm very good at investing, that's why. Look, as soon as you start accruing a certain amount of business acumen, all your cash just turns into a puddle. You have to start, like, collecting it in buckets, because otherwise it goes everywhere. It's a nightmare, honestly. Solid Coop is not Solid Coop Spawn 4. That's actually what all the different Coop Spawns are actually different stages of, like, matter. Coop Spawn was a gas, Coop Spawn 2 was a liquid, Coop Spawn 3 was a solid, I'm plasma. That's... Look, I'm not going to touch on the mental illnesses. I can just pretend that those 4 are the 4 states of matter, and we can just pretend every other state of matter on the list doesn't exist. That's... yeah. Hold on. Let me find them. States of matter, Wikipedia. Because there's some... Here we are. Hold on. Oh god, it keeps going. Here we are. States of matter. Solid, liquid, gas/vapor, supercritical fluid, plasma, Bose-Einstein condensate, fermioic condensate, degenerate matter. Hey, that's me. Quantum Hall, Rydberg matter, strange matter, superfluid, supersolid, photonic molecule, QCD matter, quark gluon plasma, color glass condensate, colloid crystal, liquid crystal, time crystal, quantum spin liquid, exotic matter. Hey, that's in Terra Invicta. Programmable matter, dark matter, antimatter, magnetically ordered, ferromagnet, string net, liquid, superglass. These are just phase transitions, and then that's all the different other things. Concepts. What do you mean you're a concept? Do you or do you not exist? What do you mean you're a concept? Okay. When will the Patreon open up? I should probably open that up soon too. But yeah, there's a... I honestly, I probably will open up a Patreon. Soonish. But yeah, these are all fun mental illnesses. Like antimatter dimensions, that's a good one. I feel like this might be what gender theory looks like to non-woke people. Yeah. What are time crystals? What on earth is this? A time crystal is a quantum system of particles whose lowest energy state is one in which the particles are in repetitive motion. The system cannot lose energy in the environment and come to rest because it's always in quantum ground state. Huh. She said, can wait, we're learning. Yeah. Holy shit, what did you come back to? Yeah, if I'm a pitch and you do it, upload the RP character sheets in session, transit to them, people who want to read all the way through them. Cough, cough. Incredible. Time. This doesn't exist, by the way. Fun fact. It's... I wonder if it touches on it. Time doesn't exist. It's a... Not to be confused with... that reads like a tooltip. That reads like a tooltip on like an RPG. Time, not to be confused with time. That's incredible. How? Hold on. What are the references here? Time is the continuous progression of existence that occurs in apparently irreversible succession from the past through the present to the future. How do you cite this? Oh, just dictionaries. Okay. External form of action and causality being a component quantity, quantify rates of change of the conscious experience. What are you, like, is this somebody's experience here? Interesting. Honestly, reading wiki articles like Dark Souls. Okay, I need to talk about this. Biology is really funny because you have a bunch of boring stuff. There's a bunch of boring, like, uninteresting stuff. And then you end up with, like, the node of Ranvier. Well, the node of Ranvier being, like, the gaps between Schwann cells on a axon. But, like, the node of Ranvier or loop of Henle? Yeah. Like, just sometimes biology randomly locks in and gives cool names. Like, yeah. The nodes of Ranvier. Which, nodes of Ranvier feels like either a Dark Souls boss, like, sort of like the priest fight. Or it would be like a location. The nodes of Ranvier. Anyway, yeah. Sometimes biology names are really cool for no discernible reason. They just lock in. Just said core suppression drive is insane. You had to just explore Wikipedia. No, we were just looking at states of matter. All, like, 50 of them. Okay, rotate your ass back to the lands between intervals. Type of thing Tifrith would be reading in Library Owner. She is the sciences, yeah. Honestly, okay, time to introduce my favorite system of power that most things don't look into, which is RTGs. Most games don't go over RTGs. RTG... How? Radioisotope thermoelectric generators. These things are cool. yeah, so radioisotope thermoelectric generators, basically, they give effectively free power, because you just put something radioactive in here, and then it heats up water, and it just gives power. It's great. I love RTGs. Games don't go over RTGs enough. They're so cool. They appear in rim atomics. Incredible. Oh, there are also funny things in, like, hold on. There is a genuine genetics thing, which you have to bring up in quite a few papers, which is, you mean to say it's heating water again? Yes, yes it is. Hedgehog genetics. Yeah. The Sonic Hedgehog protein. They do not heat water. Do they not heat water? Oh, I must have been getting it wrong. Can't wait for the shit to be relevant in HyperNet Explorer. Oh, absolutely it will be relevant in HyperNet Explorer. Let me lower the speed so I can actually keep track of when that's slowing down. So anyway, the Sonic Hedgehog protein. It's... I can't remember quite what it does, but it is incredibly important for the central nervous system and the like, which is very funny. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not just... It's differentiation as a whole. Differentiation as a whole is quite heavily controlled by Sonic Hedgehog. Which, yeah, I love that. It's... Let's put it on this speed. This is good in between. Yeah, it's first identified, and these guys just called it Sonic Head. I think they won. Yeah, they won a Nobel Prize for it. Oh wait. Damn it. Oh well, that's fine. Yeah, Sonic Hedgehog is my favorite protein. It's hilarious. Yeah. So I'm assuming it. Yeah, there's two actual hedgehogs and Sonic Hedgehog, which is great. Meat Lantern Parasite Tree. They avoided dying so far. It's the most critical. What on earth did you join in on? You joined in on biology. Welcome to random science classes with Coops Fun 4. Today we have that. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to HyperNet Explorer. It's gonna be so cool. Time crystals and Sonic Hedgehog. I really like quantum computing. Quantum computing is like my favorite part of physics. I have done multiple different like web courses on it because it's so cool. Because in effect, what you do is you set up all the different qubits. So normal computing has bits, and the idea of a bit is it can either be 0 or 1, and you then use that to perform operations. That's the basic idea behind all computing. But what qubits are is they're effectively, you use quantum entanglement to have a bit be in a random, not random, be in a probabilistically determined chance of being 0 or 1. And then, by setting up a certain amount of qubits that have a chance of being 0 and 1, you can form different operations on them, and by forming different operations on them, you can then find out your answer. Because what you effectively do is to simplify it down to the point where it stops really being accurate, is you offload your processing power to alternate dimensions that don't exist. Which is cool. But yeah, to start with, you basically have, like, qubits, which you then perform a Hadamard gate on. What? How did you get there that quickly? Okay, yeah, a Hadamard gate on. And then the Hadamard gate sets them into a 50-50 split of being 0 or 1, and then by linking the different qubits, you can entail certain things. So, like, to explain the way it works with, like, the Monty Hall problem, by the way, we need to kill someone. You. Oh wait, hold on, you haven't been infected. Oh no, you have. To explain how it works with the Monty Hall problem, effectively you have... Hold on. Hall problem qubit representation. So I hope this... Get away from me. I just want to show things. Yeah, here. So, yeah, you set them all up into superposition. I can't quite remember what this operator does. It's been a while since I studied this. But, yeah, this is... You then have a superposition of all the different states. And then this is the... From memory, this entails that if this is positive, this is also positive. I can't remember what the X's do. I would have to read up on it again. But, yeah. So, effectively, what you do is you set up a superposition that determines the chances of certain things happening, and then by observing the system, you collapse the probabilities down into the one answer that was true. Which is really cool. Because it effectively means that in a normal computer system, you would have to run through all of these different things individually, whereas in a qubit operation, you set everything up, and then collapse it down into one, and then your outcome is the true answer. Yeah. These are all interesting. It's because normally, in normal bit computers... Like, hold on, let me... To explain how normal computers work, effectively, the way normal computers increase bit operations is like doing y equals x. Effectively. So you have, for every bit you add, you get like a little bit more. It increases linearly with every single bit you add. Which is fine, but you eventually run into problems where if you want to do like really advanced things, you need a lot. It's not very good. It's hard to deal with. As you can see, we need a lot to get to the same point. Qubits effectively allow us to do this. Not that. Y equals e to the x. As you can see, I mean, probably not e to the x. It would it would probably be better if I just do like a normal exponential. And then do I set like a range of x must be greater than 0? That's fine. Just pretend that doesn't exist. So it starts off probably about on par, but then quickly you can see adding more and more on increases the efficiency of the system to a stupidly high level, to the point where in an actual qubit system, 200 qubits, which is hold on, I'm not sure how many bits does the average stick of RAM? The average stick of RAM has this many bits. Now, the same thing with a qubit is if you have 200 qubits, you can do more operations in a second than there are observable atoms in the universe. So, quantum computing is the future of computing if we can figure it out. Yeah, no, it's, quantum computing is cool. I like quantum computing. More people should know about it. Look at my image. Sure. the 4 goosebumps. Honestly, I would highly recommend anybody who's interested. I believe IBM has a series of lectures on it. Highly recommend checking that out. Because, yeah, IBM, yeah, very cool stuff. But yeah, it's the main problem really with quantum computing is to actually put a bit into superposition. We need superconductors, and the problem with superconductors is most superconductors only really work at super low temperatures. Now, to explain how that works. let me get up a... I'm hoping there's a diagram here which will show it for me. Superconductor particle arrangement. So basically, to explain how it is... no, this isn't going to work. I'll just explain it normally. So, to explain how so normal conductors basically work by... You have delocalized electrons in... Well, okay, so in... I'm going to specifically speak for metallic things, because if I was talking about ions, it would need to have free ions. But basically, in metallic systems, you need delocalized electrons to carry charge. And the way they work is they go about randomly around the structure and tend to trend through the structure, carrying charge from, A to B. Which is cool. It works. That's how wires work. But if you cool it... The problem is... Because they move about randomly, they start bumping, into the wire. Is this the future of charge IDs? Oh. But yeah, so, basically, the problem about wires is, because it bumps about the metal, continually, it has resistance. There's a certain amount of resistance to the wire. And this resistance is measured in ohms, and from memory, the thicker a wire gets... A very thin wire has a very low resistance from memory, whereas a very thick wire would have a larger resistance. But superconducting is something that happens when you get very, very low. Minus 272 degrees Celsius, which is about, 2 or 3 Kelvin? No, I think, from memory, most tend to go about 10 Kelvin, which would be 263. And what happens is... all the different particles that have been moving about randomly, so to explain why they move about randomly, metallic particles have a certain amount of charge to them, and they can either be in this arrangement or this arrangement. There's two arrangements. And the problem is, throughout the entire structure, no, it's not. It's all the different metallic particles, or all their magnetic things are facing different ways. Which makes it really hard for the charge bumps about, you have resistances. But when you lower it down to super, super low temperatures, every particle aligns. And when every particle aligns, suddenly resistance drops dramatically. To the point where you end up with superconductor. And superconductors do a bunch of cool physics-breaking things, such as allowing us to make quantum computers. But the problem is... First of all, there's a problem about actually observing the results of a quantum superposition because it collapses the quantum thing. But anyway, that's not something I'm going into right now. Lost my train of thought. The problem really is finding a way to cool it. Now... The reason why you'll see in most sci-fi things, they'll say room temperature superconductors, is because... Oh. Alright then. Cool. If we could make room temperature superconductors, we would be able to make quantum computers so much more easily. No. You gave me a heart attack there for a second there, Yesod. Not Yesod, Chesed. None of these matter. Wow, this would be terrible if I actually had to, care. Thankfully, I'm just resetting. What did it... I never understood the thing, the quantum side of things fucked everything up, not gonna lie, what's that about? So... to actually put something into a quantum superposition, it's a very delicate balance. Because the problem about observing it is just that the ways we observe a quantum state are too crude. It's basically like, if I gave you a piggy bank, and I told you to count the amount of money inside the piggy bank, and the only tool I gave you was a hammer. You can't do that. So to observe the amount of money in the piggy bank, you have to take the hammer to it. The problem is, currently, observing quantum states, the quantum states of the piggy banks, and all of our observing tools are the hammers. Which is why observing a quantum wave state or any sort of disruption collapses it, which then means we can no longer observe it. Anyway, let's read this now. What? You're kidding? People here don't drink coffee in the morning? There's no better way to get energized than drinking a fresh cup of coffee before you start the day, man. How many cats do we need to kill to put a cubit into superposition? Oh. I find it funny, by the way. Schrodinger's cat was actually designed as a thought experiment to show how absurd like modern understandings of quantum science were, because it was specifically made to poke fun at people who go, the bit could be 0 or 1 and I won't know until I observe it. He was like, it's stupid. It's like saying you have a cat inside a box and it could be dead or alive. But the problem is, it just got accepted as the universal standard to explain quantum science. It's like Asimov's laws. First of all, you may not do not injure a human. Second, you cannot through inaction allow a human to come to harm. And third is it varies between you cannot actively attempt to end yourself, or there's an important distinction there, which is the reason why Rainworld actually covers it, which is quite interesting. It's like that was designed by Asimov as a criticism of like general laws of robotics. But the problem is everybody saw his 3 laws of robotics, didn't read iRobot, and just went, yeah, okay, Asimov's laws. And then that became standard, which is the reason it's actually poked fun at in the SS-13, Space Station 13 comic Decompressed. It pokes fun at it by going, yeah, no, it's not the correct system. So, could you make an education stream and teach us PM fans about literacy and science? I did consider doing a video once on which of the singularities would actually be possible to do in real life. Because a few of them, like K-Corp modules. K-Corp modules would be very doable. You'd need to do a little bit of weird things, but there are several animals that already exhibit signs like K-Corp ampules. And also, the decomposition one is really easy. You just have to force cell apoptosis. Apoptosis is basically the mechanism by which a cell explodes. It's generally intended for cancerous or otherwise mutated cells. The body can just blow it up. So, if you could create a chemical that spread itself throughout the body and forces apoptosis, you could cause the body to decompose itself. That would be how I would create the decomposition ampules. As for healing ampules, you'd probably have to do something with induced pluripotency. If you do something with induced pluripotency, which is basically turning normal cells back into stem cells, you could then do that, or something instead with meristems, because meristems for plants grow indefinitely through elongation, which you could potentially do with a human, but I'm not really sure how you would do that with normal people. But, wait, you're saying humans have a self-destruct button? Yes, we do. We actually have quite a few. Anyway, let me stop getting sidetracked by science. I like your funny words, science, man. Right. What's with the look on your faces? You weren't expecting me to show up like this, were you? Ah, isn't this a shame? I wasn't expecting some massive welcome party, but I didn't think you guys would be so heartless. Well, of course I understand. You're all probably wondering why a talented man such as myself applied to join such a shabby company, huh? It's totally suspicious and nonsensical. I get you. Well, everyone has their own agenda. Ah, so you're A. I think I heard about you from Carmen. Speaking of which, it was Carmen's speech that really brought me here. Where is she right now? She came, sir coffee addict. Miss... Oh, that's Carmen. It's Daniel. I thought A was being called female for a second there. You can sit down here. The person that sits next to you will explain the details of your work. Wait, you know I was coming? I told you, no matter how great you may be, you'll always be in the palm of my hand. Jeez, I thought you were being sarcastic. May I request one thing before I join you officially? Could we get a coffee machine here? I want everyone to know how good true freshly brewed coffee is. Daniel grabbed everyone's attention with his fancy suit that didn't fit in here at all. I vaguely remembered Carmen had told me about him a few days prior. I actually have a suit. I have a few suits. I like suits. Suits are cool. I could do a Chesed cosplay. A Chesed cosplay wouldn't even be that difficult. Like, hold on. Like, I just go back here. Go. Oh boy. It really wouldn't be that difficult. Sorry, but you don't have blue hair and pronouns? Ah, damn, you're true. You're true. Oh, God. English escapes me sometimes. Right. MF is jacked and tall. Thank you. I'm 6'2" or 3. I think I need to measure myself. I keep saying I'm going to measure myself and I don't measure myself, but yeah. What can I use as a comparison? Cosplay any Sephiroth as a cardboard box. So true. Hold on. I have just a stand. Is this a standard glue stick? Like, standard glue stick comparison. If you happen to have a standard glue stick on you, you can probably figure out how tall I am now, but Slinky for comparison? Do people know how tall Slinkies are? I think a Slinky varies quite heavily, actually, depending on yeah. Anyway. Stop. I just randomly have a Slinky on my thing. Anyway. Hair's a bit weird at the moment. Hold on. You like my hair, Violet? Thank you. Yeah, it's a little bit messed up because of the camera, but quite happy with it. You didn't put shoes on. Do people normally put shoes on when they stream? Yeah, I mean, fix my hair. It's fine. I'm about to put this back on. Take them off. What, my feet? I'm not really sure what you expect me to do there. First time you've properly seen your hair? Yeah, it's nice. I don't show it off as much as I like, but I do. Hold on. I mean, I could probably try and do it properly. It's a little bit weird at the moment. I only actually recently got another haircut, so it's not really grown how I'd like it at the moment, but that works. Wait for memberships to come back so you can watch the... What the fuck is a slinky, you British bastard? How do you not know what a slinky is? How do you not know what a slinky is? That's not... It's one of these things. You know, the things that you drop. I don't know what a slinky is. That can't be a British-only thing, right? Even I have a slinky. Yeah. Oh, that. What do you mean, oh, that? It's, like... What the fuck is a slinky? Just throw a rock in the air, catch it back? Yeah. It's American too? Yeah, I mean, it's in, Home Alone 2. It's like... Yeah. That didn't go as far as I liked. Anyway, they're really annoying, by the way. If anybody is around you and you want to piss them off, have a slinky. Especially whilst they're trying to be quiet. Like, if they're reading, perfect. Perfect time. Anyway. Call them springs. Well, not really a spring, but fair enough. Oh, other random things I have in the back of my room. Random paper on senescence. I talked about this earlier, but senescence is basically the thing that causes cells. So senescence is a mechanism by which cells can like it's normally ordinarily it's to stop cancerous growths and the like. Let me fix my hair, it's weird at the moment. But the problem is as people grow older, senescence is basically the process of growing. It's DNA methylates as well as a few other different things, which eventually leads to the point where people die. So, yeah, one of the major ways that if you wanted to stop death would be to stop senescence. A lot of treatment is being designed. One of the major things people know about senescence is like the whole telomere shortening thing, but that's like not really the main. Hold on, my hair's really, really weird at the moment. That's not really the major one. I mean, it's one of the major ones, but we can stop that with telomerase. Anyway, I'm putting that back over there. More money. I'm not monetized at the moment. I'm not even making money off of this. Funny masochist guy streams will educate me as much as I did. I like to say random science facts. Anyway, vaguely remember Colin told me about him a few days prior. That one of the elites would stop by to apply to our company. He's a bit pompous, so don't believe anything he says, she said to me. I asked how she was able to recruit such an elite. Carmen answered nonchalantly, as if I'd asked about something trivial. I'm a master at blowing people's minds. Didn't you know that by now? Turns out that a revolution doesn't always have to be accomplished with bloodshed or the bearing of flags, manager. I've waited a long time for a savior. Someone who could free me from my inertia and wake me up inside. That's a song. I heard something about megafauna getting so many cancers get cancers unless they become immune to cancer. Is that right? I think I've heard that before, yeah. But we don't really have megafauna anymore. That was back when oxygen concentration was richer in the environment, so you could have more megafauna. Anyway, realization that I myself could be my own savior. Would you be so kind as to remember my mistake? It's very valuable to me. Like your empathetic little rebellion taught you a few things. Do you still not understand the reason why I didn't stop you? I'm referring to the real reason why I watched you without immediately putting you through the replacement process like Tifrith. I wanted you to engrave your lessons upon that metal body, that your trifling resistance ended up costing the lives of your poor little employees who trusted you until the end. I know the word death means nothing to you now, but to them it held meaning. That's weird, Lady Angela. Since when did you start caring about the deaths of our employees? That's rich, coming from the one who would gladly force the containment unit open just to garner a little more energy, isn't it? Yet here I was, clumsily going with your flow as I assisted you. However, don't go thinking this was entirely my loss. I know now that you don't really care about her condition. This is really sad with Ruiner in mind. I know now that you weren't the one I should have been obeying. It's obvious you should obey our manager and not me, she said. There's no need to state it out loud. You clearly know what I mean. I'm not going to let you do whatever you want now. You're such a loser. I didn't know Angela just, like, flat out insulted the guy. You're such a loser. In the past and even now. Yes, I'm a failure. You don't have to point it out to me, but thanks anyway. However, although you might want to believe that nothing has changed, yes, in fact, many things are changing. It rests on you now to resolve the mess you made, she said. Let's, as they say, bury the hatchet with any hard feelings between us. There's one thing I want you to know, though. No matter how great you may be, you'll always be in the palm of my hand. The music is not fitting with the line, I'm still afraid, manager. I'm still unsure if I can truly fight back against the fear I may face in the future. But I've decided not to run away, at the very least. So what are my orders, manager? It's a coffee slot. Those who are faithful and trustworthy. 70% germination of the seed of light. Everything I think we've already read this one. Yeah. Oh no. That wasn't. No, that was the. Because we've done everything but the lower floors now. I'm not in a position to predict the outcome of your endeavors, but your task's not an impossible one. Thank you, Angela. There's a real distinction between impossible and 0% possibility. I know! I've done it myself. Something never happened after taking every possibility into consideration. It has a 0% possibility. Thus, my vision of you succeeding through every tribulation in the future is not impossible, but rather has a 0% possibility. However, I won't be disappointed if you fail. I'm a machine, after all. Even if the sandcastle you have built up crumbles yet again, I'll be able to put up with it as nothing ever happened. Oh, and then we're back there. Never missing a single day. My role is to encourage you to collect the proper amount of energy each day, sometimes nagging and sometimes encouraging you with praise. It must have been hard to adapt to the corporation, but you tried your best to extract the energy, along with bearing numerous sacrifices along the way. Also, my role to buddy you up with plain words to help you avoid sinking into the pit of guilt. This part was particularly irritating because being your nanny wasn't in my programming. We'd still be able to fulfill our roles anyhow. You might have noticed earlier if you ever took a moment to look deeper into this company. But the pipeline's used for... yeah, and then we've read this one before. Right. This doesn't matter because we're resetting here. Yeah, we are. We're going back again. We would need to anyway because we have 2 in Hockma. No, I mean we could put 2 in there and then it would still be fine. There'll be a 25% chance for an employee to recover before they panic or die. This recovery is limited once per day for each employee. That might be really useful. If it works. And the department in which the suppression took place will no longer be influenced by Claypoth meltdowns. Very nice. Right. Rewind to memory repository. Apparently this doesn't work. Of course. Are we going back to the first Thanksgiving? Yes, to get turkey off the menu. Anyway. None of the upper floors... basically, none of the floors now, but here, can undergo meltdowns. We're getting close to the ending now, chat. Core suppression rule works, huh? Hmm. Do you know the strat to do both Azalith suppressions in one? Yes, I do. I know it's the research doesn't work. The bullets don't actually work, but that does. You're back, what did you miss? When did you leave? There's a lot of stuff you may have missed if you left, at certain points. Did you leave before or after the State of Matter conversation? About 13 minutes ago. Oh god, you missed a lot then. It doesn't work in base LobCorp. I'm assuming you're right, but there's one quick way we can test. Feel that about couples. Anyway. That'll be all for today. We managed to get Chesed done. So all that's left now is Bina and Hockma. And that's that. But yeah, with that said, I hope you've all enjoyed. If you do want to consider joining the Discord and subscribing. Why would execution bullets activate the thing? I don't know. Try Defray instead. Okay, hold on. That's actually a good idea. Yeah, do consider joining the Discord and subscribing for more content like this. Yeah, let's quickly just get enough energy for this. Yeah, okay. One moment. We'll nearly be done. This will give us enough energy. Yeah. Conversations like the one that happened on the stream today do happen fairly regularly in the Discord. I mean, I'm assuming most people here will be in the Discord, but if you're not, yeah. Do consider joining if you want more like that. And yeah. Alright, let's see. It does work! Look at that! It does work! See? It didn't save them from panic because obviously everyone else was dying, but yeah, no, it did work. Look at that. That's cool. Anyway. Bye-bye all.